Welcome in the sewing room. So glad y'all are here. I did that little giraffe jacket the other day and I just absolutely love that thing. I wear it all the time. People always compliment me on it. Y'all go check out her designs. They are so cute. Oh my goodness. Yes, they're so adorable. I've got more of that same fabric that I bought for this particular idea that I had. I've seen these quilted overalls everywhere, all over Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. You see all these quilted overalls. Well, of course, you know me. We've got to make some, right? We do. We've got to make some. And since I don't have an old quilt that I'm willing to cut up, because I just cannot do that. I honestly cannot do that. This is the next best thing. Plus, an old quilt would make them really heavy and could be potentially hot. So, here's my overalls, y'all. I've already got them all ripped up. They're already ripped up. Look here. Got them already ripped up. Ripped up. All of them. All the pieces. All the pockets off. This pocket goes here, and these are the two back pockets. We're going to put something on those. We're just going to have all kinds of fun with this project. Lots and lots of fun. So first, since I've already got them ripped apart, we need to cut our pieces like this that all match, right? Yes, we do. And y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to quilt that to this. Yes, we are. And then we're going to decorate them. And then we're going to sew them all back together. Fun, 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 fun. All right. So, first of all, let's get our pieces cut out. Let's get our pieces cut out. Let's lay that over there out of our way. Hopefully we've got room up here to do this. If we don't, well, we might have to resort to the floor. We might. I'm going to lay those pockets back there. Okay, this is the front. Okay, I need two pieces like this of the legs. Okay, and then the top will be, a separate piece. All right. So, let's see if we can get this all folded the way we need it to be. We might can. We might can. Actually. Goodness me. Let's see. Let's get our selvages together here. I think that's what I've got right here. Selvage and a selvage. Okay. Now then. Glory be. These things are hard to work with, y'all. These fabrics that are like this. Let's see if this is long enough. If it is, I'll just cut this piece off and we'll work with it. No, it's not long enough. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Let's just... Yes, I'm ripping this fabric. There we go. Got a piece off. Now then, we can fold this to this all the way down here. Now, this makes it a little easier to work with, y'all. It's not quite so wide. There used to be a fabric shop that I shopped at all the time, and they always ripped their fabrics. I'm not a fan of that, but for this instance, it worked great. So, because it does rip straight, y'all. wondering about that, especially your good quality fabrics will rip straight. They sure will. Now then, this should all be folded straight, and I'm just kind of rolling it here so I can I actually don't think it is straight, y'all. Glory be. I'll have to stand up here a minute. I'm going to find this right here, and I'm going to fold it right along here. See this right here? I'm going to fold that right along there. And hopefully, nope, it needs to come over to the other side of that. So, and y'all will find that your better quality fabrics are the ones that will tear even. They will cut straighter. They're folded straighter off the bolt. They are they're just better all the way around. Alrighty. Now then, I think we've got it now, y'all. I think. Y'all know I'm going to try to cut it on this little bitty table here so y'all can see. I'm hoping to get me a big cutting table here soon. Yeah, I am. But until then, we make do with what we have, right? That's what we do. We just make do with what we have. Okie doke, here we go. Now then, my legs. We need to cut these, and we need to cut them a little bit larger, okay? Because, you know, we want to be able to. Y'all, I did not rip this off all the way across because it's got buttonholes and a piece here that I would have had to cut. And we're going to pull this, we're going to put these back in there, and then we're going to pull that down and turn it under and top stitch it. But I'll show you all that when we get to that point, which may be a while. It'll be toward the end, okay? All right, let's see. What have we got going on here? And I am using pins. Yes, I am. Because I want to make sure that I've got enough fabrics and so forth laid out here to do the front and the back, and then we'll cut our pockets around. Okay. Now let's see if we've got enough here to do our backs. What did I do with it? Oh, I laid it right here, didn't I? All right. Let's see what we can do here. See if this will work. I don't believe that this is going to work. It might if I pull it up just a little bit. And because this does not have a nap or a one-way design, you can lay your pieces this way instead of this way. And I normally don't do that. I normally just lay my pieces all one way. But if you've got a situation where you need to, and your fabrics do not have a nap, and that means a corduroy, a velvet, anything that you can feel and it feels brushed, or like you can do it this way and it's one color and do it this way and it's another color, that's a napped fabric. And you cannot do that. And I learned that the hard way. I knew that, but I wasn't thinking. I was young. I was probably about 12, 15, 13, 14, something like that. I'm guessing, right in there. And I had the most beautiful corduroy fabric. It was a floral print corduroy, and I just loved it. And I wanted to make me a dress. So, of course, I laid my pieces down and cut them out. And I don't remember how I did it because it doesn't make sense, but I do know that it had a seam up the front. And my front looked like two different pieces of fabric when I sewed it together. Or maybe it's my front and my back. I don't remember. Anyway, it looked like two different pieces of fabric. I made it and I wore it anyway because I just loved that fabric and I loved the pattern. And I wasn't going to throw it out, y'all. Because I was having to spend my money that I earned doing things for, Mama. And she would pay me a little bit to do odd things around the house because she worked, and she would pay me to, I think, maybe can tomatoes one year. She paid me a little bit just to peel the tomatoes and put them in the jars and things like that. And so I'd spent my money on that, and dang it, I was going to wear it. That was the truth. I was going to wear that no matter what. I was going to wear it. So that's what you need to watch for if you've got a nap. And this doesn't have a nap, and it's not a one-way design. And am I going to have enough room right here, or do I need to pull this down a little bit more? I think I might need to pull it down just a hair more. Okay, so let's pull it down about like that, and that should give me plenty of room. Now, should have plenty of space. Oh, my nose is itching. Means somebody's coming to visit, right? All right, since I can do that, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this piece, okay? Okay. And then this piece I'll be able to cut right over in here. All right. And we want to cut these just not close, just close by, okay? Now then, I need to cut this selvage off right here. Because you know I've started saving these. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to cut it off. Actually, let's just see if it will. There we go. All right. Now then, there's that piece. Y'all, this fabric dust is getting up my nose. It is. All right, there's that. So lay it over here for right now. Now then, let's make sure that we can cut this. I hope we can. I hope we can. Okie doke. Here we go with this. All right. And these will have to be cut out a little differently, each side piece. Back piece here, because those come in together. All right, here we are. Let's actually pull this all the way up here and hope we can do this. That's not long enough, is it? Let's see. Okay. Now we're just going to have to pin this and see if we can get it all to fit. That's what we're going to have to do. And we're going to hope that we can. Yes, we are. We're going to hope that we can get this all to fit. And look right here, y'all, it won't quite fit. It will not quite fit right here in the straddle. So you know what? Nobody's going to see that. So I'm probably going to put a piece right there. Because unless I'm sitting down doing a straddle-legged, sprawl-legged something or the other, that's not going to be seen, y'all. It's not. So we can probably just do that. Okay? Because see, it doesn't need a whole lot right in here. Just needs about a piece about like that. Just a couple of inches. That's all it needs. All right, there's our piece for our top. Okay. There's just another little piece. hang on to. Okay, and there's some more little pieces. All right, let's see if we can rip this all the way across now. There we go. I'll put that back there to save it. All right. There's our front legs and our back legs. And oh my goodness, I can already tell these are going to be so cute. Yes, they are. So cute. All right. Now then, we need to cut our front piece, which is this piece right here. Okay, we just need a piece. Piece right there's folded. Let's see if it'll work. Might not. Let's see about this one. I bet this one will. Okay, we'll just use that piece right there. And for that, we're going to turn it up like this and press it, and we'll put it right like this all the way to there. And right here where that buttonhole is, I'll just put a little slit and it'll be just fine. Okay? And where our buttons are up here, we're going to turn this under right like this and let the denim show at the very top. Okay? Or we could shorten that up right like that. Matter of fact, I think we will. Leave the denim in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. So it'll kind of look like this. Can y'all see? It'll kind of look like this. Across there and across here. And then our pocket. And we're going to put something cute on our pocket. I have a treat. We're going to put something really cute on that pocket. Okay? So, now then, our next order of business is to lay these pieces all on here like we want them to be. Okay? And we're going to start quilting them. And I'm going to quilt it just like I did those sleeves on that jacket. Around each hexagon. And that takes a minute. More than a minute. It takes a lot of minutes, actually. Okay? So, let's see. I'll pull that back because we don't want to stitch all that, do we? No, we don't. We don't want to stitch all that pocket down because we might want to put our hand in our pocket because we're going to leave that open to right there. So, this has to turn back in right here. Y'all, it sounds like we're getting some sleet or freezing rain out there. I knew we were supposed to get rain, but I didn't think it was supposed to be freezing rain or sleet or whatever. But it sounds like ice hitting my window there. We just never know, do we? We just take whatever the good Lord gives us and hope it's what we want. Okay. Y'all need, if you're taking stuff apart like this, you need to remember how it came apart. If you have to take pictures or whatever, you need to do that because if you don't, you might not remember how it went. And that could be bad. That could be bad if you don't remember how it went together. It can be. So, you want to make sure you get them on here straight too, not crooked, not crookedy. Because you don't want a crookedy quilt, right? Okay. And again, I'm going to stick a few pins in this until I can stitch around the very outside edge of it to hold it in place. So that okay, there's one piece. And I'm going to start probably down here at the bottom of the leg. And I'll just do my stitches like this. And then I'll come back and do them across. And I'm going to do all of the pieces that way. All of the pieces. Okay? So we've got basically 4 pieces. Or 3 pieces. But we've got this right up here that we have to do kind of separate. Y'all, it's going to be so cute. We just need one piece of this. Let me cut this off right here. Okay, oops, I threw that all the way over there, didn't I? So this one we're going to turn under like this right here. I'm going to lay it right here, okay? And I'll stitch that across right there. And then I'm going to turn it up right like this. And I'll stitch it across down here. And then that leaves this right here. In the denim. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. And this, then, see, we'll just turn back like that. And finish it off on the inside, okay? See, this is the way our top bib is going to look, right like this. With something cute right here. Y'all have to watch all the way to the end because I'll do this the very last thing because it'll be just the cutest part of the whole thing, okay? So y'all have to watch me all the way to the end. Okay? I used to do this to little girls' overalls. I used to make my daughter some of the cutest overalls. We had Christmas ones every year that we wore to preschool. And people just absolutely loved them. I would applicate things on them. I did gingerbread people one time. I did a Santa's Naughty and Nice list and put all the little kids' names in her preschool class on the leg of that. I used to just do all kinds of things with overalls. I made her a little overall dress one time that was Dalmatian dogs, and it was so cute. She wore it a lot. Of course, she liked to wear dresses. She didn't like to wear pants as much, but she loved that. I'll see if I've got any of them where I can get to them easily, and I'll show them to you at the end of the video, okay? Because they were really, really cute. All right, see how that top is going to look? Okay, I'm going to take this to the machine and I'm going to stitch all the way around here just like this. All the way around every hexagon, okay? And then I'll be back and I'll show you all what we're going to do next to get this together. Okay, here we are. I hope y'all can see. This is the bib, the very top part of our overalls right here. See this? And I have pressed this down. Turn this up just a little bit more to where it comes in there straight. Turned it under and I've just pinned it across here. See that? I've just pinned it across the top part right here. Because if you remember, I said we were going to leave this the denim, right? We're going to leave this denim up here because this is where our snaps are. And then we'll put our pocket on, back on here, and we'll leave it denim. But we're going to put something cute on it before we attach it back on here, okay? Because we still want to be able to use a pocket. Right? Okay, and this I just turned in under here, just across there and pressed it. Okay, I'm going to pin this on here good. Just like this. Now then, these sides, I'm going to press down here so that I can see where that is. See how I'm doing that? Just right along that edge. Woo, right like that. Because we need to trim that. Because we're going to turn that back under too. Okay, we're going to turn this back up and under here, about like this. We're just going to turn this under here just like this. I'm going to press it and I'm going to pin it. Okay. Right like so. Okay. Then you just want to turn this up here like this. Like that. There you go, just like that. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to stitch this on and quilt around it, just like I did all the other parts, and then I'll be back. Okie doke, I got the front sides quilted. Now for the back, where this comes in like this on the back, on the side, it's just turned in like this. And this is your edge, your seam right here that you'll see. See that? And maybe y'all can see a little bit better. Like this. I turned that in under, just like this. All the way around. And I'm going to stitch just this one side, and then I'm going to quilt from here. Okay, this is where I'm going to start the quilting, from here back. And here on this outside where the buttons are, same thing. I turn that in like that. This goes right like this. And just stitches down. Okay. just like this. See on this side, and then this turns like this. This turns out, and then that will be your seam right here. See that? That's your seam right here that you'll stitch. Alrighty, from right there. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this one. I'll come back and show you on the other. Well, I'll just show you now because I've already got it pinned. On this piece right here, you've got to do the outside and the inside because this lays on top of the other piece. Like I said, when you take these apart, you have to be really careful and watch where they come apart so you'll know how to put them back together. Or you'll be like me going, how did this go? And have to look at your pictures of where you ordered them and try to figure it out, which is what I had to do. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that off because that won't do anybody any good. And this is a top seam. This back center seam is a top seam all the way back to the straddle right here. Okay, see that? That is all the way back to here. I turn that under, and then when I sew it, this will be top stitched. Okay, this seam is a top stitched seam. All right, and right here is where I told y'all my piece wasn't quite wide enough. That's in the crotch. Nobody will ever see that, so I just pieced it. It'll be fine. Plus the fact that it's a pieced quilt anyway, so you know, who's to say that we didn't have to do that to make it work, you know? So, and this right here, I will start quilting from the top down. Here's the side, same thing as the other side. Just not pinned that down yet. And you do have to use pins sometimes, you all. Can't always use the clips, even though I like the clips. Sometimes you have to use a pin. Yeah, you do. Alright, so I'm going to get these done, and then I'll bring y'all back and show you how we put them together. Okay, we're back. Working on our overalls. I swear you all, these have just about killed me. It has been a job. Okay? But I want to show you where we are right now. We've got all of our pieces quilted, which took a hot minute or two, and actually it's taken me a day or two because I just sew a little bit and I had to do something else and sew a little bit and do something else. So this is kind of what we got going on here. This will go back up in here. Okay, this is pinned. This is where you want to start. This is where I was all confused on where things went. You should always make your registration marks when you're taking something apart. I thought these would be a lot easier to put back together, but alas, I'm getting them, but they would have been easier if I had made marks. So, right sides together, you're going to sew your front seam. That's the seam that goes straight down the front to the crotch. You do not sew your leg seams yet, okay? Because you do that and you've sewed your two front legs together. And you don't want to do that. On the back, I got the pockets put back on. We're going to leave them just denim. I don't think we'll decorate the pockets, back pockets. We're going to decorate the front pocket. We're going to do that here in a minute. And I got all this put back, okay? And this right here is an outside seam. And that is your back seam down to your crotch right here. All the way down. And I have it pinned because you cannot clip it because it's like a top stitched seam. Okay, we're going to top stitch that all the way down through here. Our behind pockets are right here. This is our back. Our straps come across. Okay, all right, and this is just an inside that will be double stitched, and then I'm going to trim it. Alrighty, okay, I've got all of them trimmed, all of the stitches, thread snipped off, and y'all, that took a while. It did. It really did. All right, so we'll get that together here in a minute. Here's our pocket. See our little pocket right here? I'm gonna try to turn it upside down so you can see. See this little thing right here? I'm going to bring y'all down this little bit. And I'm going to zoom y'all in so you can see this little thing. See this little thing right here? This is called a yo-yo maker. See this? It's called a yo-yo maker. And it's got little marks on it right here. These are put out by Clover Company. And I've got round ones, I've got hearts, I've got flowers, I've got some that you make petals and put them together and make flowers. These are the greatest little things. My grandmother, Granny as we called her, taught me how to make yo-yos. And I never was very good at it because you have to make your seam and then pull your thread and pull it up. And I never was good at that. I just was not good at that. But when these things came out, I made yo-yos like crazy. And like I said, it's got little marks right here. Right there. It's got 3 little marks. And right here on the outside of this, it's got 3 little bumps. See those little bumps? Right here. Right here. See that? I hope you can see that. And when you put this together, you want to line up these marks. Or else you're going to sew it together and you're not going to be able to get it apart. I learned that the hard way. Okay? And we're going to make a couple little yo-yos to put on this. Okay? Just a couple of little yo-yos. And the way you do this, you put your fabric right side down. You can cut them into squares, use scraps, whatever. And these come in all different sizes. And then you want to line this up. Make sure you've got it lined up right. And you're going to snap it in there. Did y'all hear it snap? It just snapped right in there. All right, let me get a needle and some thread. And for this, you want to use a heavy thread. Like a quilting thread or a button thread. Thought I had some button thread up here. Maybe it's over here. Let me check. Here it is. And it's a heavier thread. See, it's a big thread. Can y'all see that? That's a big thread. Okay? So it's more than your all-purpose thread. You don't need a whole lot of it. Just a little bit. And you need a needle. I always get the big-eyed needles because, you know, I'm about half blind. And you're gonna tie your knot in the end of it, just like that. And you're going to start, you see these little circles right there? You want to make sure that you're going this way, up 1, down 1. But you want to make sure that you're going through both sets of fabric. You want to turn it up like this. See that? And then you're going to go back down into the next one. And you don't want to sew across that, because if you do, it's stuck on there. Okay? And we don't want it to be stuck. No, we do not want it to be stuck. And we're just going to sew around here. Y'all can't see. I know. Let me turn it up just a little bit now. Maybe you can see me sewing this. I don't want to have to bend over so far. Y'all, I hadn't made any of these in a long time, and I just thought, you know what, that'll be so cute on these overalls. And this fabric that I'm using is pink and has little red cherries on it, because y'all know I love cherries. Anything cherry related. I always have. I always thought cherries just seemed happy to me. And, you know, who doesn't want more happiness in the world? We all do, don't we? We all need more happiness in the world. And you're going to go all the way around this, like I said, all the way around. Alright, see, we're back to our beginning right there. We've sewn all the way around it. But you want to go back down into this, or else you'll leave like a little gap. I always go back down in that one and right back up, okay? Now then, you don't want to tie it, but you do want to trim away all of this excess fabric. So I just take my scissors. Matter of fact, I'm going to get these little ones because they're better for this. Be careful not to cut your thread. And you just want to go around through here and trim this. Like I said, y'all, it's been a while since I've made any of these. So, there you go. See, we got all that trimmed up. Now then, watch this. This is where the magic happens. Pop that out and pull this loose right like this. And this right here just pulls right out of there. Now watch this. You're going to pull this up. Start turning it. And you're going to pull it all together. Right like this. And then you're going to work it till it comes into shape that you want, like a little yo-yo. Y'all know what these little yo-yos are. Right like that. See, look at there. And then you're going to run your string through here and run it across. These are a little smaller than I like to make. I want them to be a little bigger, but this will be okay. And you're going to tack this down 2 or 3 times across here. Just crisscross it around. Just 2 or 3 times, just like this. And then we're going to tie it off. And I don't like that string showing. So I'm probably either going to turn this one upside down, which you can do that, or I'll make some more. Okay? But there's our little yo-yo. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Easy peasy. Then we might just use it and do 2 or 3, couple little bunches, you know. So I'm going to make these. I'm going to sew these seams where I showed you. The crotch, both crotch seams, the back seam and the front seam. Back, the front, sew on our pockets. And then I'll be back, okay? Alright, here we are back. It's the next day. I swear these overalls are the longest project I've done with you all. And it's not that it's taken that much sewing time. It's I've had other things I've had to do in them while I've been working on it. And I've not been able to like come up here and sit down and just do it. So here's what I did with our little cherries. Isn't that cute? Now then, we're going to use our handy dandy glue stick to glue this down. And we're going to glue these on. I'm going to do this like this. Right like that. There we go. And here's our leaves. Our leaves. There we go. Isn't that cute? That's our front pocket. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to blanket stitch around all this. And I think I'm going to blanket stitch around the yo-yos as well. But those made super cute little cherries, those little yo-yos did. Okay, so I'll be back when I get this blanket stitch. Okie doke, here's our little pocket on the front. Didn't that turn out cute? Won't that be cute? I think it will be. I think it'll be adorable. Adorable. Okay, y'all. Got some little bitty pins here that I've used and I can't stand them. All right, we've got to sew our front and our back together. And I'm going to cut this right here, trim this off some. Got it double stitched. It'll probably fray a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. I could have turned it under. I could have run the serger around it. I could have done all kinds of things, but I didn't. But I did not. Because nobody will ever see it but me, and I'm okay with that. Okay. Make sure I got all these blame pins out. There's been a horde of pins, I'm telling y'all. A horde. Alright, we're going to sew our side seams. That being our side leg seams. Okay? Right down through here. Okay? Right here. On both sides. Not the middle. This seam we're not sewing yet. We'll sew this one last. Okay? So we want to make sure all this is, and this we will get to sew with our serger, you all. We will. Yay! Because that's the way we like to sew our seams. Just want to make sure that these side seams all match up good. These are the tiniest little pins. Okay, let's see what we got going on right here. Make sure that these match up, because you want your buttons to match. Guess that right there just turns back and stitches. I'm assuming, because like I said before, these have been somewhat of a challenge to put back together. And so I want to make sure all of your old seams are out flat instead of turned back like that, because that's your seam allowance. You'll be taking up your pants. Now if you want to take them up, then I'll say that's a good way to get a good even amount. But since I don't want to take them up, I'm going to pull mine out. Okay, there's one side seam. Okay, now then, here's the other side seam. And I'm starting at the bottom, and then I'll work my way up, just like I did on the other side. See, I'm pulling this out, make sure it's folded out. This goes into that, I believe. Yeah, it does. This goes into that. All right, let me rip out a little bit of that. Now I remember. See, I'm telling y'all, I'm having a hard time remembering exactly how things went. And then you have to stitch this back down. This went like this. Right like that, I do believe. Okay, so we're going to do this right here. Clip it, and then we'll sew it all back together. Now I have to go back on the other side and do this as well. Okay. Okay, now let me go on this side and fix this. So this can go in here. Okay. All right, now then. this will be stitched all the way up through there, just like that. And then, lo and behold, we'll stitch that back down. Alright, now then, I'm going to go over here to the serger. I'm going to pull this up, make sure it's clipped good. All the way around, make sure everything is secured. We'll sew these two seams with my serger. I'll be back to show you how we're going to finish this little piece right here that we just ripped out again, and the inside leg seam, and then we've got to hem them. Okay, so y'all just stick with me. Okie doke. These got our side seams. Okay, here. There's our side seam. Now we got to do our crotch seam. To do that, you want to match your crotch seam. Okay, that's where you want to start, is with your crotch seam. You want it to match. And they should just line right up, so you can sew right down through here. And you sew this all in one seam, just from one bottom piece foot to the other, from one leg, bottom of one leg all the way around to the bottom of that another leg. Okay, and after this we're going to do something a little more simple. We're going to do us a shirt. Got two more shirts to do. I want to do a St. Patrick's Day. Got a cute idea in my head for that one. And you all have asked for one. I've got a flannel shirt that's got some flowers up here and a ruffle around the bottom and so forth, and y'all want to see me do that one. And I've got one to make for someone, so I'll show y'all how to do that. See, this comes out right here perfect. That's what you want. That's what you want. Let me pull these pins out of here. Or had that pinned over. Caught this down here just a little bit, so I have to unstitch it. I'll do that here in a minute. I gotta get this piece right here on the corner. There's my two corner pieces. You want to barely catch, well not barely, but you want to catch your denim and cut off whatever excess of your quilting fabric you've got, okay? Okay. And this one has an extra fold. No wonder it's a little bit longer. It's exactly that much longer than the other one. That's okay. Because when I count these little folds, this one has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one only has 3. So, oh well, that's the way it was made. Alright, I'm going to sew this seam, turn them right side out, and I'm going to hem them, okay? And then they're all finished. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. Okay. All right, I've already got this one leg done. I'm just folding it right back where this was, okay? And it just flips up twice, just like that. Just right back in the same place. And then we're going to take it over here to the machine, and I'm just going to straight stitch all the way around here. Okay, I'm going to go straight stitch around here, and then they're going to be finished, and I'm going to show them to you, okay? Okay, let's turn them right side out. Let's turn them right side out and look at them. All finished. Our quilted overalls. Y'all know the mister did a thing talking about his overalls, so I've got me some now, and they're all decorated. You know, girls have to be girly, right? Look here. We do have to be girly. Look at these. I'll turn y'all up, set y'all up just a little bit. So you can kind of see. See what they look like. Look here. Aren't these just the cutest things? Aren't they cute? I think they are just precious. Just precious. Y'all, I haven't tried them on. I hope they fit. If they don't, then they'll be in the Etsy store. I hope they fit. Like I said, I don't know if they will or not. If they're not, then they don't. They'll be in the Etsy store. So, y'all be on the lookout in there if you want them. But like I said, it took me a week to get them done, so they won't be cheap. But if I can't wear them, maybe somebody else can. So, gotta clip me another string right there. And another string right there. I'll be clipping strings for a while. The only thing I have is one more little piece, and I can't figure out how to get it back on there, so I just left it off. It was this little fly piece, and I honestly could not figure out how to get it back on because it needs to be on the outside, and I couldn't figure out how to. I just have to top stitch it on there, but I think it looks better without them. So we left it off. Okie doke. There we go. Our old cherry overalls, cherry quilted overalls. They're just so happy. I'm going to take them downstairs and wash them, because that way I'll make the quilting look better. It'll kind of come in around the seams, and it'll make it look more quilted. I love the pocket on the front. I do. This right here is my favorite. Of course, I love cherries. So there we are. Y'all get you a pair of overalls and decorate them. I've got some more ideas for overalls that are coming soon, and So, has that got a pin? I swear I've sewn a pin in them. I see it right there. Maybe I can get it. Oh, I can get a hold of it. Whew! I'd hate to wear those and have something poking me and not know what it was. That would be bad, wouldn't it? It would. Alright, you all remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. And that will be all for this one. Thanks for watching.